Welcome back to more Ace Attorney Investigations 2. Hope you all are enjoying yourselves. I'll be real with you, I am still pretty tired. Work is hectic right now, but I'm managing. Like, I'm fine. In the great words of Apollo's Justice, I'm fine. There's a lot to get done in a day, and I'm not totally panicking because of something tomorrow. It's fine. Everything is fine. In the great words of Apollo's Justice, I'm fine. Anyways, so tonight, like I said, we have more Ace Attorney Investigations 2. And Saturday, I believe the mods and I are getting together and gonna get murdered by AI! Or, survive, depending on how well we can trick the AI into letting us live. AKA, we're playing Death by AI. Finally! Finally, I was able to get us all together! And we might be joined by some other members of the crew. So, keep an eye out on that, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. Anyways, let's not worry about the Death by AI. We shall just we have other murder to investigate. Let's do it. The inherited turnabout. Begin. I forgot to save. I can't believe I did this again. Oi! I forgot to save. This is literally everything we have gone over last time. I'm just gonna quickly do everything real quick. And let's see if I can do it while I'm in fast forwarding it. It's easy when you were. It was only like a couple days ago. I think I have. Ah. Boom. Yeah, because I'm supposed to. I got to use all the logic in that situation. Wait, hold on. There's one thing we must do. I was muted. What is it, Mr. Attorney? Something about that ladder bothering you? Detective, bad. This is actually a step ladder. They both are the same to me. They're completely different. Look at their basic nature. Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth, you tell him. Yo, I love this song, but it's even cuter when it's sped up like this. What am I missing? Oh, right. Dressing claw. Alright, investigation complete. Boom, nailed it. And for anyone just tuning in and wonder why I'm doing this so fast, I'm doing this so quickly is because this was what we did Tuesday, and I'm just trying to get through it quickly because I forgot to save like a dummy. Whoops. I don't need to waste my time pressing stuff. I know exactly what to hit. Yeah. Now a bunch of exploration, and like I am just so happy that this one only took like 20 minutes. The last time when it took like a half an hour. I must itch my nose, but I can't let go of tab right now. Sorry, the itching got too bad. I had to itch. only took like 20 minutes. Great, cool. Now, I'll make sure to fucking save! And not forget like a dummy! April 2nd, 10:15 a.m. Zodiac Art Gallery, Fountain Patio. Oops, I guess I went on a little too long there. Something like that happened? I had no idea. None of the cases I read went into such detail. Well, I thought there'd be anything in there that would be inconvenient to the prosecution. Especially with that Von Karma at the head. How did the investigation go from there? The desserts had all disappeared from the victim's room, so the investigation hit a rough patch. Thanks to that, it took about a whole year before a verdict was handed down. 1 whole year? It was before the whole 3-day pre-trial system was established. Trials didn't need to finish in such a short amount of time that they do now. I see. Did they ever find out the victim's desserts? Why the victim's desserts disappeared? Well, kind of. His desserts were like candy ice sculpture made from sherbet. Since it was made from ice, the general consensus was that it had melted. However, that might not quite be the case. What do you mean? This museum used to be Miss Master's mansion, the stage of the ice evidence. And this very place, they are exhibiting the sherbet saloon from 18 years ago. The victim's desserts? Yep. So it could just be a replica of the original. That's why Uncle Ray had to come today to check it out. Why today specifically? And for your old man, too. Now then, let's get a move and check out the room. I'm pretty sure it's over the Winter Palace. Winter Palace should be... Oh! It's locked up! That's odd. They've already opened the museum. Mr. Shields, according to the pamphlet we received at the entrance, the Winter Palace is over here. Really? I could have sworn it was this one. Alright, let's scoot. We gotta confirm the truth of what happened 18 years ago. What up, Delights? I guess more characters Edgeworth Tetwood and Canton Lee know. Man, still as cold as ever. Or it's gonna freeze solid. It seems the Winter Palace lives up to its name. It's like a freezer in here. With the light dim like this, it's almost as if the room itself is made of ice. I think the control panel for the temperature is on the back wall. Miles, why don't you check out what the temperature is set at for me? Uncle Ray's gonna give the Kultur a piece of his mind later. Way too cold in here. Very well. But if you want to look around the room a bit, feel free to stay or freeze to your heart's content. I'll get the camera ready. I want to take pictures of this place and show it to your old man. Understood. Alright, let's talk to the lights. Well, how about this? I yell out, Master Masquerade is here. Yes, it's me, Master Masquerade! Good. Wait, Ronnie, if you say that, you'll get arrested. Come on, if we don't plan properly, we won't be able to sell it. What are these two talking about? Don't worry about it. There are two sculptures displayed here. These sculptures are replicas of the desserts that vanished 18 years ago. Impressive, huh? These sculptures are made of ice. Yes. My father never got to see these ice sculptures. And now, 18 years later, I'm standing before them. Miles, sorry to bother you while you're deep in thought. If you turn Turn this way a little. Huh? Like this? Yes, yes, like that. Mr. Shields, you're not. Say cheese! Mr. Shields, please don't take pictures of me. Sorry, Ben. Just wanted to make sure the camera works, okay? That camera looks quite old. Yeah, well, that's because it's an old-fashioned camera. You know, an instant camera. It automatically develops the photos after shooting. Pretty cool, huh? Yes, I know. Though I've never used one. You're quite the know-it-all. You really are the old man's son. Could you move a bit? I want to take some more photos of the room. His face has taken on an unusual serious expression. He is probably thinking about the ISS incident. Or he's trying to get a really good picture, you know? Man, I snapped a bunch, and they're already developed. See? He shoved them in my face before I could reply. Well, I have one more question for you, Mr. Know-It-All. Do you know what these two sculptures represent? They're sculptures of Taurus and Gemini from the Winter constellation. Oh, bingo! Not bad, Miles. That's probably why they call this room the Winter Palace. Uncle Ray is feeling generous today, so I'll give you a copy of this photo too. Thanks. Are these replicas of the constellation desserts that were made 18 years ago? Yeah, looks like these two sculptures are almost made out of sherbet. Uncle Ray's only seen the real sculptures in photos, but the sculptures look like the real deal. Is this what you wanted to show me? Yeah, I think your old man would have wanted you to see it as well. I'm sorry, Uncle Ray didn't have the courage to come here alone. Don't apologize. This is a good opportunity to learn about my father's case. That means a lot. Want to take another commemorative photo? No thanks. For some reason, a giant block of ice is on display. There is a description written on the surface. Castor and Pollux. Every December, large meteor showers appear in the direction of these stars. And so, Maste Masquerade! And then those two are being rather distracting. It can't be helped. I should go look at another exhibit. Oh yes, the reason why we came into this room in the first place. Mr. Shields, I can't find the temperature control panel. Ah, right. They kept it where it's hard to find. Just one moment. Huh? It's locked. Makes sense. They wouldn't want these guests changing temperatures themselves. According to the pamphlet, the Winter Palace has a temperature of 27 degrees. Damn, that's cold! Actually, isn't it? Well, Fahrenheit, yes, it is cold. That's below freezing. Brr! Now that's cold. We're gonna freeze to death. Guess I'll need to find someone to share a body heat with. Preferably a beautiful lady. Kay's not here. Ah, are you trying to freeze me to death with those cold eyes? Of course not. A giant block of ice is displayed here. It appears to be quite heavy. No, the inside must be hollow. On the surface, there's images of stars and written descriptions. The Pleiades, also known as the Seven Sisters, a star cluster that is comprised of part of Taurus. But for all of these stars to be grouped together as a cluster, the ways of the ancient people must have been very precise. Alrighty, now that I got some pictures of this room, let's check out the other palaces. Might as well see them all since we're already here. I suppose you're right. Ah! I yelled just now. Came from the fountain patio. Let's go, Miles. I didn't talk to the kid. I kind of wanted to talk to the kid. Man, when something smells, it's usually the butts. There's someone passed out on the floor, and that man there is... Larry, what are you doing here? Is that the guy with who does the candy? The candy stuff? Oh no. Uncle Ray is probably in distraught now. Was he ever able to make a candy dragon? I'm getting my hell itself. What exactly happened here? I think both questions are applicable questions, Edward. Edgy! I saw something good! I never should have seen it again! Again! Larry, calm down. Why is there someone passed out here? I didn't do anything. He just fell down all of a sudden. This man, he can't be. Excuse me, but what's the matter here? You can't raise such a ruckus in this museum, boys. The scent is... Seems like he's still breathing. So, this is a bad situation. Miles, it's not safe here. Get everyone out here. Everyone, get away from the room right now. There is poison gas coming from it. April 2nd, 10:42 p.m. Zodiac Art Gallery, Foundation Patio. Mr. Shields, how's the victim? Looks like he's breathing a bit too much. He breathes in a bit too much of that poison gas. Still unconscious. According to the doctors in the ambulance, there is no external injuries or any other wounds. Thanks to our fortunate timing, we were able to save him before he was far too gone. But he's not out of the woods yet. He's currently being treated in a specialist in the infirmary. I see. Mr. Shields, is he an acquaintance of yours? Yeah, say that. He's staying Gustavia. He was involved in the IS-7 incident. The pastry chef? So he was involved in the case 18 years ago? At least the other guy was doing alright. Is he a friend of yours, Miles? Yes, you could say that. It's fortunate that you were not hurt, Larry. What's that? You could say that's supposed to mean, Edgy! How could you treat a child and friend like that? That's just cruel! Also, when I'm dressed like this, call me Lawrence Demuxium, and you know... They don't call me Larry, it's a Lawrence! This man is Larry Butts. He's nothing but a trouble. He's been one of my friends since grade school. Some time ago, he awakened to a calling of art and assumed an alias of Lawrence Demuxium. But Butts, by any other name, would smell just as much. But a Butts by any other name would smell just as much. Really? You two are childhood friends? I better report that to your old man, too. I'm sure it will bring him joy. He's always worried about you not being able to make friends. Good for you, Edgy. Aren't you glad to have a blossom buddy like me? My father was worried about something like that. But anyways, what are you doing in a place like this, Larry? How many times do I have to tell you, Edgy, I am Lawrence? What are you doing in a place like this? Yikes! Don't glare at me when you talk! Are you going... So, are you gonna tell me? Isn't obvious? I came here to study art. I'm gonna take Manny on a date here. So I was just doing some scouting beforehand. Aren't you just using art as an excuse to go on a date? Not bad, Lawrence. Maybe you can introduce me to some pretty girls next time. Oh, now you're talking my language, dude. I think I'm getting a headache. Honestly, same, Edgeworth. By the way, Lawrence, you notice anything strange when you found the victim? Nah, not really. Nothing that would make you say I saw something that no one should ever have to see. Oh yeah! That! I was just surprised when I saw that old dude fall down. Oh no, nowhere like that. I didn't do anything this time. For once. Is that anything to brag about? Sisters, we wish to deeply apologize for the disturbance. I am the curator of this museum, and my name is Catherine Hall. He's also one of the people involved in the ISS incident. Hello there, Miss Kate. Mr. Shields, thank you for your continued assistance. She was the woman we saw at the reception, so she's the curator here. We apologize for the inconvenience, especially since it's the opening day. No, you don't have to apologize for anything, for a thing, Miss Kate. Ah, I almost forgot. Let me introduce you to someone. This is Miles Edgeworth. He's Gregory Edgeworth's son. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth's. Oh, how... I'm not singing. She would be in her 30s, right? Loris Tomoxium, aka Larry Butts. Who's gonna let her know? Who's gonna tell her? Wow! That was amazing! You still got that golden voice, Miss Kate. Actually, I'm a prosecutor. Way to ruin the song, Edgeworth. Oh, so you're a prosecutor? My most serious apologies, Mr. Edgeworth. This woman is very polite, but slightly odd. Katie, can I get your autograph right here, please? Yes, if you so desire. Why do you want her autograph? Hey! Don't tell me you know who she is! My, you really don't keep up with the entertainment news, do you, Miles? What? What is this unbearable atmosphere? This is how I feel when people start talking about, like, entertainment stuff. Like I start hearing stuff at work about, like, a certain celebrity, and I'm just like, what the fuck's going on? She's a superstar actress who's been in tons of musicals and movies. She's a great singer, too. Apparently, I am the curator of this museum. I've already retired from the stage. I finished filming my role for my last movie a few days ago. My co-star also said that they would come here once I opened the doors. And here you are, Mr. Artist. I have returned this to you. Thanks a bunch, Katie. I'll treasure it for the rest of my life. Well, look at me and learn, sharing the same interest. So I gathered. Larry, you said that you're here to study art. Why don't you practice drawing as well? And you're here at Miss Hall's Art Museum. Oh, that would be an honor to have Mr. Artist sketch our exhibit. Oh, I guess you have some good ideas every now and then, Edgy. I'll do a bit of sketching for Katie. What an amusing person. Forgive the disturbance. Incidentally, who was the woman that was with you earlier? That was Madame Delcia Scones. She is currently assisting in the treatment of the Mr. Gustavia in the infirmary. Even though I say infirmary, since it is an art museum now, it is only provisional. I am the only staff member working here. I cannot take a leave off my duty for too long. Lucius Jones. I believe we have heard that name before, Mr. Shields. Yep. Looks like the whole gang is from the IS-7 incident here. So where's Mr. Masters? Oh, wait a second. Masters wouldn't be here. Masters got the guilty verdict. Right. And if you guys are wondering how I knew this, is because Phoenix is the one that broke Von Karma's the perfect streak. Oh, wait, no. A certain defense attorney broke it. Not Gregory Edgeworth. A certain defense attorney. Who shall not be mentioned in these games. He shall not be mentioned until the next game of his franchise we play, which won't be for a while, to be honest. Well, I thought that's a coincidence. Mr. Shields, Mr. Edgeworth, would you care for some hot tea? Oh, Miss Kate's tea. I take it back. Yes, if you please. Now I must take my leave. I must explain the situation to the other visitors. Alright, thanks for everything. This smells like Halen tea. I should drink it before it gets cold. Oh, this Halen tea is a very high quality, and this aroma of citrus does wonders for your concentration, right? Your old man said the exact same thing 18 years ago. Sauces back then were chilled. Today they are warm. Anyways, do you think that the current situation is rather unusual? You mean how everyone involved in a case 18 years ago has gathered at this museum? Yes, I wonder. Yes, I would like to be in charge of this case, if at all possible. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, are you okay? I'd like to be in charge of this case. The gang's all here. Mr. Edgeworth! Mr. Shields! I came here as fast as I could when I heard that you were done by the poison gas. Oh, my sweet honey Kay. How about a hug after being a party for so long? No. Jeez, so you're perfectly fine? I can't believe you made us worry so much! Detective Gumshoe. What is the meaning of bringing Kay here? I'm sorry, sir. She's your weird girl assistant. It's plot that she's here. I knew the gas was dangerous, so I tried to stop her. And no matter how much I ran, I couldn't get any ground. When it comes to running, always, no one's faster than the Scott through. But you weren't running away from here. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm all set, sir. I'll start investigating the crime scene. Since there might be traces of gas in the room, I'll have to ask everyone to wait here. Why didn't you just bring enough gas masks for everybody? Very well, I'm counting on you. Good luck in there, Flatfoot. Wow, Gummy's so cool. He's just like a detective. He is a detective, Kay. But that's what he is. Yes, Edgeworth here. Mr. Edgeworth! It looks like the poison gas has dissipated, sir. Detective, calmly state the state of the Autumn Palace. Yes, sir. I'll start with the exhibit. one on the left. On the left, there's a statue of two people. And the one on the right, there's a statue of an animal with two horns. A statue of two people and an animal with horns. Isn't that the exact same thing I saw in the Winter Palace just a while ago? Also, the room is wet with water thanks to the sprinkler system. It almost prevents gas from harming anyone else. Sprinkler system. Was there a fire in the room? There are no signs of a fire, and the fire alarm hasn't gone off yet either, sir. Sprinklers in this museum are kind of that detect both fire and smoke. If it detects smoke, it will send the alert to the security room. Also, I find it weird that the Autumn Palace, that this is the Winter Palace, but this is the Autumn Palace. I think the poison gas might have set off the alarm in the security room, sir. Was there anyone else in the security room at the time? The only one working here is the creator, Miss Crafton Hall, sir. She's been in the reception booth, opposing the security room ever since the museum opened. Did Miss Hall turn the sprinklers on? The sprinkler system can only be operated manually from the security room, sir. If it had been automatic, it would have sprayed water all over the exhibit. Since the system is manual, the situation can be exhibits moved if need be. I guess there would be more priority over the exhibits in the building. It's only at a museum. But it's way too cold in this room, sir. Isn't this supposed to be the Autumn Palace? It feels more like the dead of winter in here. The Autumn Palace is cold? I checked out the thermostat earlier, and it was set to 27 degrees. I couldn't believe it! Why would the Autumn Palace be set to the same temperature as the Winter Palace? That's all I know for now, sir. If I figure out anything else, I'll give you another call. I see. I'm counting on you, detective. April 2nd, 11:15 a.m. Zodiac Art Gallery. Foundation Patio. What's a gummy say? He said it feels more like the winter in the Autumn Palace. I don't get it. I haven't been able to enter the room personally, but it should be possible to look inside after the police have finished investigating. I'd like to know what it's like in there myself. Is there anyone else who knows about the incident? Ah, there is someone. Miles' friend, right? Friend? Though he's such a nuisance. We have no choice but to listen to what he has to say for now. Wait, you mean... Oh, no. Oh! You're here too, kid? You're looking cute as ever. Long time no see. It's Larry, isn't it? Okay. Right now, my name is Lawrence. Lawrence. I'm an artist. That's why. Ah, so that's your pen name. Lawrence. Lawrence. The artist formerly known as Larry. Wow, you really are a good girl, Kay. Nothing like edgy here. Larry, I have many things to ask you. What's this? Don't tell me you suspect me again! You're gonna say it because I was the person to see it. It must be culprit, aren't you? I never said anything like that. I only want you to tell me what you saw. You saw something that no one should ever have to see. Did you not? But now I'm saying I didn't see nothing. I didn't do nothing. Probably. What do you mean, probably, Butts? Oh my, you didn't seem so confident at the end there. There are somewhat troublesome circumstances surrounding this man. When something smells, it's usually the Butts. The saying, when something smells, it's usually the butt, holds true. 26 years on. One could say his tendency to attract trouble is legendary. Seems he's done something troublesome without even realizing it himself. Halos has to try and extract the truth from him. Logic chest. My goal is to expose whatever Larry is hiding. However, I didn't see nothing. I didn't do nothing. Probably. Larry is an extremely restless and troublesome man. Until he cools down, I'll just wait and see. First, I'll ask him about his goal. This isn't something I can't handle. So I'll finish this quickly. What was your pursuit from coming to the art gallery? What? Are you saying that I don't belong in an art gallery? Hey! You're not gonna talk! Hold that pose so I can point at your portrait. And then I'll scribble all over your portrait I drew of you! I was just joking. I would never scribble over my paintings, of course. They're works of art, after all. I don't think any of her works would qualify as art. Yeah, let's not forget the bridge to the turnabout thing. That I actually recreated an Agartic prom once, and I did so much better than Larry did. I'll just say that. And I was on a time limit, too. Don't look down on me! There's people who recognize my skills as an artist. Mandy is my girlfriend, but it's really my painting she fell in love with. That's why I'll sketch anything my girlfriend likes! Then why are you here on your own today? So what? Can a guy with a girlfriend spend some time alone? I like how this is just... Mandy says she's a Gemini. Oh, where's the polo? We need astrology shit. Where's the polo? Okay, shut up. Shut up. I know Apollo's only 15 in this era here, but shut the fuck up. He would still be in his astrology shit, right? He probably got into astrology around this time, right? She thought she'd be happy if I showed her a sketch of her. I thought she'd be happy if I showed her a sketch of it on her next team. Do you really have that much confidence in the sketch? Well, not so confident about before. But I thought she would be happy if I did a sketch of her astrological sign. I see. That's just like you. To impress Mandy, you came here to see the Gemini sculpture, didn't you? Hey! Why? How'd you find out? Not like you were babbling. Because you just unknowingly told me everything. I'm not saying another word from now on. He's finally decided to remain silent. In that case, I'll be more relentless in my questioning. I'll try to find out what he was doing here at the art gallery. I think he answered the question for us, though. Good. I'll expose his true motives. This shouldn't take long. Just what did you do in the art gallery? What's wrong with that glare? I didn't really remember anything. I didn't have a pamphlet. So I just loiter around the fun patio. Don't they give you a pamphlet at the reception booth after you pay the admission fee? Huh? Is that right? The admission wasn't free, huh? You didn't pay? Don't tell me you sneaked in here without paying. I'm sorry! I didn't do anything bad! Larry, just remember one thing. I am a prosecutor. wasn't at the reception booth? Yeah. Didn't look like there was anyone on the other side of the desk. Come to think of it, Gumpy did tell me something about that. This hall was busy activating the sprinklers from the security room. Because of the incident, she had to leave the reception booth. Poor Katie. She went all that trouble to open up the place. And now, the art gallery is the star attraction. The Winter Palace is completely ruined. You're certainly well informed about the Winter Palace. Someone was at a pamphlet. The Winter Palace is where your goal, the Gemini sculpture, is located. You had your sights set on the Winter Palace from the beginning, didn't you? Ah! How'd you find me out again? That's right! My goal was to see the Gemini sculpture! From the very beginning, the Winter Palace was the very beginning. I came here! He confessed quite easily. You can never tell anything with this man. Next, I'll ask for further information regarding the Winter Palace. You still may have some fight left in him. I'll watch his reactions and exact the information. Larry, did you see anything in the Winter Palace? You still hung up on that, huh? Didn't I say I didn't see anything? I started to think that wasn't a good idea to come to the art gallery. I need to leave as soon as I'm out with my girlfriend. I don't have enough clues to see if it's this line of questioning. Maybe I should try another line of attack. Oh, fuck! Larry, did you also enter the Winter Palace? What's this the look of distrust? Sure, I tried going in, but... You tried to go in, but you weren't actually able to, right? Yeah, that's about right. I wanted to go in, but... That old geezer collapsed. I was a little freaked out. So you couldn't get in because the victim of the poison gas collapsed? Yeah, he fell right out of the Winter Palace. I'm sure the victim emerged from the Autumn Palace. If there weren't from the poison gas incident, I'd be in this catching the Gemini sculpture right now. Larry must have mistaken the Autumn Palace for the Winter Palace. That aside, it seems his goal was to sketch the sculpture. That should be a useful clue. Larry, did you see anything in the Winter Palace? You're still hung up on that, huh? Didn't I say that I didn't see anything? I started to think that was a good idea to come to the art gallery. I needed to leave soon to meet with my girlfriend. Perhaps I should try using that clue. You came here to sketch the sculpture for your girlfriend, did you not? I don't think you would give up that easily. Even after the victim collapsed, you could still see inside the room from the outside, right? Well, I got a tiny glimpse, but there's no evidence that I saw something scary in there, right? You covered your eyes? Larry, the statement you just made is full of problems. Fuck, no, it's not. I have no more use for you. Leave now. Huh? Really? You're actually letting me go? Well, I need to go meet Andy anyways. Wait! That was a mistake! Angie! You need to take responsibility for what you say! Ugh. I was being lectured by him? Please, I'd like to ask you a few more questions. Fine, but you'll have to treat me to dinner. I need to be careful not to make a careless statement. That was just a mistake. My, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed it turned out to be this simple. Larry, you saw something scary at the crime scene, didn't you? Edgy! You can you read my mind? In that case, there's no point in keeping any more secrets from you. You just told me everything of your own accord. That was a complete waste of time. But finally, it's checkmate. That was the easiest checkmate I've ever had. Logic check complete. And the guy's fixed on the Gemini sculpture. You mentioned the Gemini sculpture many times now, but I don't believe the sculpture you saw was in the Gemini one. What? It was a mirage then? Larry mistakenly thought he saw the Winter Palace. This piece of evidence shows what Larry really saw. Take a look at this pamphlet. I should go. The Pisces, Capricorn, Aries, and the Aquarius sculptures are all displayed. Incidentally, I can confirm that the Gemini sculpture is located in the Winter Palace. Therefore, the sculpture you saw could not have been the Gemini one. I knew it. I expected him to be a bit more shocked at the news. That was kind of strange. I know I saw a single goddess. And that transformation with no mirage. Transformation, you say? Oh, you're curious too, Edgy? Well, nothing for it. I guess I'll have to show you. Show me? What exactly? I drew a picture of the very scene I saw back then. But I really can't believe what I drew. Picture? What picture? This one right here. What is this disturbing picture? Is that sculpture weeping tears of blood? Lauren! This picture is scary. Hey! It scared me too! This Gemini sculpture suddenly transformed into a goddess right before my eyes. I couldn't help but scream. So the victim collapsing wasn't what surprised him. What do you mean when you say transformed? I don't really understand it myself. The lower half of the body just turned into a fish. A fish goddess. That would be the Pisces sculpture, wouldn't it? In mythology, Pisces represents fish that a goddess and her son transform into. Really? So Pisces isn't just a couple of ordinary fish? Take notes, astrology nerds! Edgy, you don't think the sculpture is cursed, do you? Those tears of blood turned the Gemini sculpture into a fish. Can we just call it the Pisces statue? Preposterous. You simply mistook the Pisces sculpture for the Gemini one. Oh, you put the sketch in your organizer? Even a sketch like this can be a sketch like this can be used as scrap paper after all. How could you? But it's a strange. Why did only the lower half of the sculpture transform? Uncle Ray is a bit curious about what went on in the Autumn Palace. Indeed, I wonder if someone tampered with the Pisces sculpture. Yes, Edgeworth here. Mr. Edgeworth, we finished searching the room. The poison gas isn't a threat anymore, so you can enter the crime scene. Right, good work, detective. It seems like we can enter the Autumn Palace now. Nice done, Mr. Detective. Let's go right now! I want to see the Pisces sculpture. Okay, it's going on, going to. I was planning on bringing him along anyway. Right then, let's proceed to the Autumn Palace. So this is the Autumn Palace. It does certainly resemble the Winter Palace. I've been waiting, sir. Huh? Aren't you that hairy butts guy? mind that, Detective. Your report, if you please. Roger that, sir. We discovered a use of gas burner during our investigation. The nozzle was still warm when we found it, so it may be related to the incident. It was used to heat something. Was that ladder always on the ground? It was probably used by the person who set off the poison gas. Poison gas is released and when someone lifted the lid off the glass case, sir. Pisces sculpture. Seems like you know about it, sir. Well then, do you know what sculpture is next to it? Since we're in the Autumn Palace, it would probably be the Capricorn sculpture. As suspected of Mr. Edgeworth, I thought it was Taurus myself. I was thrown off by the cover. I was thrown off as it was covered by this weird cloth. The Florence cloth! Wonder what it's doing here. Evidence from the IS-7 incident. No matter what it is or how it got here. The sculpture in this room is all covered with this Florence cloth. And because they're hidden, it makes me want to see them even more! Let's take a look. I'll just get this cloth off. Wow! They're beautiful! You don't think the transformation Larry saw Yeah, but it's interesting to know why. Yeah. Was in fact the moment the cloth wrapped around the lower half of the Pisces fell. See, Edgy! It wasn't a mirage or a mistake after all! Hey, Miles, there sure is something strange about this room. It looks exactly the same as the Winter Palace we were just in a moment ago. Yes, I agree. Perhaps the sculptures were hidden to make it look like the Winter Palace. If you wrap the cloth around the lower half of the Pisces sculpture, it looks like the Gemini. Capricorn is a half fish, too. So the lower half of it could be represents Taurus. The remaining two, which couldn't be altered with the trickery, were covered up. The Autumn Palace was made to look like the Winter Palace. So it seems. Mr. Shields? It looks like we'll need to conduct an investigation of the Autumn Palace, too. This is the best in Judge Courtney. Hey! You guys again? This is a problem. You see, this is my crime scene. Mr. Edgeworth, it seems my power is insufficient. If you're here, then it would appear that you still haven't understood my warning. Furthermore, you know full well your reckless actions will cause trouble for that detective. In the name of the goddess of law, I must pass judgment. You got it all wrong, pal. I was the one who asked Mr. Edgeworth to investigate. Really? Then Flatfoot, I'll have to do that. That? Yeah, that! Right! Got your salary! Look forward to your next payday. I always wanted to say that. You're the last person I want cutting my salary, pal. Hold it the best. I'm only cooperating with the police as a witness as to this incident. Detective Gumshoe is not to blame. Is that how it is? Well then, should I be raising his salary? No, that's not what I meant. But it would be really nice to get my salary raised. Your mercy is deeply moving, Sebastian. But past transgressions must lead to further judgments. Prosecutor Edgeworth and all of his company depart at once from this holy site. Excuse me, Your Honor? I am a witness to this crime. I cannot leave until you take my statements, at least.
That's how the logic works,
right? I can't leave until statements are taken, right? But we only just got here! The only one giving the goddess of law's blessing for this incident was Sebastian. In other words, Mr. DeBest is the prosecutor in charge of this case. That's right, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening performance is over. Besides, I already got my eyes on the culprit. What? Oh, pal. Well, naturally, that artist. Me? Hey, what's going on, Edgy? Don't ask me. I can't understand his reasoning. If you can't understand how the best prosecutor thinks, it's simply how inculpable you are. Since he doesn't know what inculpable means.
I don't either. What does it mean?
I must know what it means now. Oh, free from guilt. That's right, Sebastian. Prosecutor Edgeworth is quite incapable. Yeah, he's incapable! She's just nonchalantly corrected him. Don't underestimate my intelligence gathering skills. I just came from the infirmary and asked the doctor there about the cause of the poison gas. What was the cause? Some normal substance. What was the name again? Hold on a second. I called the doctor to make sure. Since Sebastian is on the phone, I'll answer for him. In that case, why didn't you tell us before? Why didn't you tell us before he called? The poison gas was caused by a mixture of two different types of chemicals. Their names are normalium and fatalium. So what are those chemicals exactly? Normalium is a red liquid that is commonly used in everyday products. It can be found in paints, detergents, among other things, but it's not toxic by itself. So you're saying that the substance is readily available to anyone? Yes, but fatalium, on the other hand, is not so easy to obtain. Its name sure sounds dangerous. What's it used for? It's the active ingredient, which a white pesticide is known to have a metatoxin X. Fatalium itself also has a deep white color, but it's not readily sold in stores. It's nearly impossible to obtain it domestically. Right now, as we're looking into how this chemical was obtained. Okay, I finally found out the names of those chemicals. Judge Courtney has already told us. We don't need to hear it again. Huh? Please, I'll cut to the chase. You know, that neurium is the poison gas. From the poison gas is also used in paint, right? Today, out of everyone who visits the art gallery, the only one carrying paint was that artist. You're citing me as a culprit just because of that? I object to the red paint on the palette you are carrying. Hey, Edgy. Do you think this prosecutor's gun of an idiot? Indeed. Although I have only known him for a short time, his logic is always absurd. Hey! Don't ignore me! It's alright, Sebastian. They're only doing it because they're afraid of you. Like the first star to appear on the night. Show us the reasoning that shines the best. The first First star shine's the best, not bad. Hey, you guys better listen up too. This is the best shining logic. Oh, this is gonna be good.
This is gonna be interesting.
That artist was the first to discover the victim, so naturally he's the best suspect. The poison gas was caused by normalium, a chemical found in paint, right? He was carrying paint near the victim. He would have had the best chance. The paint, along with being the first witness, that pretty much proves he's the culprit. So, what do you think, Justine? Well, we can't ignore the possibility. Well then, Mr. Artist, please tell us the truth. Did you leave red paint at the crime scene? Or else did you cause the poison gas to go off? The only thing I've left behind is my bond of love with you. Courtney, you better run. You better run. Please watch what you say. My gavel is already prepared to declare you guilty.
Objection!
Please pay no heed to this man's statements.
Objection!
Hey, you guys! Ignoring my reasoning just because it's flawless won't do you any good. Mr. Edgeworth, if you're already admitting defeat, you should take your leave. Even though I don't really have time to deal with your ridiculous reasoning. Rebuttal! Fantastic! Now it is time for discovery.
Hold it!
Indeed, at first glance, this man seems suspicious. However, at first glance, what's that first of a sudden? Are you trying to steal my spot? That's the star that shines the best? Huh? Does that make me the best artist? No. Larry, don't make this any more confusing than it already is. Mr. The Best, continue your reasoning now. The poison gas is caused by normalium, a chemical found in paint, right?
Hold it!
Yes, apparently normalium is used in many everyday products. Right, so the red paint is definitely suspicious. But it's also used in things other than paint, right? I guess you have a point. What do you think, Justine? That's right. Normalium is also used in detergent, for example. In other words, it might not have been the paint that caused the gas. That's not true. I didn't finish my reasoning. As he was carrying the paint near the victim, he would have had the best chance.
Hold it!
Even if the paint was caused of the poison gas, it does not mean he's guilty. Haha! Well then, the painting is not the cause. That doesn't mean he's innocent either. Now that he's just trying to sound clever. Mimicking what Mr. Ezra says won't make you look cool at all. Kay, please don't make my statements look bad. Now then, it's about time to wrap up my shining logic. The paint along with the first witness pretty much proves he's the culprit. Do you truly claim that Larry is the culprit based just on that? Huh? You got a problem with that? If you have a problem, then present evidence! Mr. Edgeworth, it looks like he really wants you to do that. Indeed, then I'll do as he wishes and present evidence. It seems that he doesn't pay much attention to what other people are saying. There is a clear contradiction in Mr. DeBest's logic. Why he even bothered making a phone call? I'll finish this quickly. This is a waste of time. No, it's not. It's content, Edgeworth. That artist was the first to discover the victim, so naturally he's the best suspect.
Objection!
This is the best. Your logic is more akin to a shooting star than a shining star. It shines the best like a shooting star, right? It may shine brightly for a brief moment, but then it burns itself out. The poison gas originated from inside the glass case from the Pisces sculpture. Exactly! That's where the artist set off the gas, right? He used the normality in his red paint. As your senior, let me give you one piece of advice. Listen to explanations of others. The poison gas was caused by mixing both normalium and fatalium together. The normalium contained in the red paint is not enough by itself. Huh? Really? But I heard that normality caused the fatality. Normality caused the fatality. The victim isn't even dead. Don't tell me you just misheard the forensics report. Start it! By the time Larry discovered the victim, the room was already filled with the poison gas. It's time for you to realize how incapable you really are. Hey, I'm incapable! You tried to use that word earlier, and you still don't even know what it means. He means to say that you're lacking in ability. And incidentally, incapable has a completely different meaning. Yeah, it means to be set free of guilt. I get it. You're making fun of me again, aren't you? I'm merely saying that you are incapable of your investigation. Before you insult Sebastian, I still have some doubts about your own statement. What kind of doubts? For all we know, Mr. Artist could have simply entered the autumn room at an earlier time. Moreover, do you have evidence that the red paint is unrelated to the case? The most important thing now is not the red paint. The red normality and the white fatalium. Exactly how are these two substances mixed? I believe that is our main concern. Naturally, it was Sebastian's job to investigate that. If it were not for your interference, we would have found that out by now. I never intended to interfere. On the contrary, I would like to cooperate. Don't tell me you're going to say that you know the cause of the poison gas. How's the poison gas started? I have something in mind that might shed some light on the matter. Sebastian, do not fall for his bluff. Come now, it's fine really. Let's see what he comes up with. If you say so, Sebastian. Come on, show us! How did the poison gas start? This? Can you see this piece of... Nope. Sebastian, don't get too close to Mr. Edward. This foolish logic will make you dizzy. I find it poisonous, even guilty. Is he just sliding backwards? He actually backed off. Don't give up, Mr. Edgeworth. Keep using your poison tongue like you always do. I must have evidence that shows how normalium and fatalium were mixed. Red normalium and white fatalium were mixed, huh? How did the poison gas start? Surely you're not saying that this was the cause of the poison gas. It seems even you have noticed it. Duh! It really stands out. Those red tears that Larry saw are undoubtedly normalium. Huh? Wait a second. If those were the chemicals, does that mean a ghost set off the poison gas? I don't have time to play along with them. The red tears are of normalium, cannot have triggered the poison gas by itself. That red liquid was mixed inside the case to create the poison gas. What? Just where is the evidence that the chemicals were mixed? That can also be seen in the sketch. liquid can be seen flowing from under the case of the Pisces sculpture. This is proof that the two chemicals were mixed. It's like, I still don't get it. How does this show that the normalium and protalium were mixed? Since we have a self-proclaimed artist here, I'll let him explain. Larry, you fancy yourself an artist, so you should know about mixing paint, right? What do you add to red to make paint? Don't take me for a fool, Edgy! You know I graduated from middle school! You add white to red to make pink. It's common knowledge. It's not pink, it's a lightish red! Sorry, I'm a little bit... All time includes rose pink, baby red, and several others. That's enough. Now, do you understand, Mr. The Best? So that's how it is. How is he a lawyer if he doesn't know simple things like this? How is this boy a prosecutor? By mixing red normalium with white protalium, you get a pink liquid! Yes, exactly. Took him long enough. I see. It looks like Mr. The Best finally gets it. Prosecutor Edgeworth, you have merely presented one possibility. Do we really know if the color was the result of two chemicals mixed together? Furthermore, this sketch was drawn by the suspect. I cannot put much faith into it. I painted what I saw. How could that be a lie? Mr. Artist, I do not permit you to speak. Well, that's part of sure. You have a girlfriend. Of course, I intend to bring the truth to light immediately. It would not be wise to jeopardize your position even further. Are you going to answer my question from before? How do you know that Mr. Artist did not enter the Autumn Palace? If you cannot provide this, there's no room for you to argue any further. Hey, can we find that out? Talk to the victim, pal? The victim, Ingalacias, remains unconscious and in critical condition. That's right. Well then, Sebastian will be investigating the crime scene. All of you, please vacate the premise. If you were to take a stand in court, you'd cause a lot of trouble for the presiding judge. Oh, he's done that before. Don't worry, Courtney. Is there something you'd like to say, Mr. Artist? Hold your horses, Miss Cool Beauty. My name is Justine Courtney. Please do not address me by such a strange title. Well, then you should address him by his real name, Larry Butts. Oh, you finally told me your name. Pleased to meet you, Justine. I am Lawrence Mixion, but you can call me Lori. Mr. Artist, please get to the point. I just remembered something I haven't had a chance to say yet. When I first got into this room, it was locked, so I couldn't go in. But then, that old dude just suddenly fell through the door. It would appear that this place, the palace room, can be locked from the inside. But just because you say so, doesn't mean the door was locked. Without proof, your statement holds no value. Objection, Your Honor! I feel like we can yell, we can call her Your Honor. She is a judge after all.
Objection.
Yeah! Well, why not let Uncle Ray prove it to you for you? What? After all, we can confirm the room was locked too. Right, Miles? Yes, I remember as well. The Winter Palace should be... Oh? Locked up. That's odd. They already opened the museum. Until the gas outbreak, no one could have entered this room. Perhaps the suspect entered the room with the victim during a gas outbreak. As you can see, this man did not inhale any of the gas. If you examine his belongings, you'll find he wasn't carrying a gas mask either. Is that so? Well then, I have no choice but to agree. That was easier than I expected. Anyways, I presume this clears up any suspicion surrounding Larry. It seems that Mr. DeBest's logic was off once again. Not exactly. I just didn't have enough information, that's all. Therefore, my reasoning was just before its time. He sure has a grand way of saying things that didn't work out for him. In that case, there's one suspect who has yet to take the stand. Mr. Artist, you're free to go. Huh? I wanted to talk to you a little more, Jesse. Overruled. Your cult immediately be mesmerizing it all the more. You have a girlfriend, Larry! I know she's probably gonna dump you in a couple days, but you know. This other suspect is a pharmacist by the name of Delicia Scones. It would have been difficult for this artist to obtain the fatalium from a Megatonics X. But a pharmacist may have knowledge of how to do that. The court will now take a 10-minute recess. Sebastian, it would be best if we brought her in quickly. Best if we brought her in quickly? Sounds good. Leave it to me. Hey, Flatfoot, keep up the investigation. Ugh, got it. Don't tell me. Judge Courtney suspected her from the very beginning. So Mr. DeBest's logic wasn't in any help at all. Judge Courtney. What is she thinking? Just what's going on? To be continued next week. Save. We don't need a repeat of last time. Again, sorry for the shorter stream, but you know, I need to make sure that, I get work. I sleep well for work. Because like I said, I've been pretty tired from work stuff. So we got a lot going on within work, I should say. So it's just has to how it be. We're gonna have to end it tonight. So I hope you guys all enjoyed, and I guess Inherited Turnabout is going to take us a lot longer than I thought it would. Unfortunately, I don't have anyone to raid against me. So we're just gonna have to end it here. And I hope you guys all enjoy. And I'll see you again on Saturday with hopefully the mods and I will, and hopefully the mods and I and maybe some other members of the crew will be playing some Just Fly AI. I damn